Hey guys, Desolator Magic here. Little bit of a rant video here, but this is important. I know you guys don't get as much into YouTube stuff as I do, but this is like very affecting you. This isn't like, oh no, my videos are getting demonetized. Like, you can still watch them. I mean, it sucks. Your creators are making less money, but you know, most people weren't as into it as us creators were. I mean, we all wouldn't stop talking about it, but that's because, you know, we were more into it. Or I should say we were closer to it, really. But this one, this is messed up. But before I go off on this mega rant, I gotta like, you know when you're gonna go to vacation to Florida or whatever, and you gotta work up like a base tan so you don't just get there and just burn? I gotta start with a smaller little chunk, work up like a base rant. All right, attention everyone who's like, oh, winter, 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 I hate winter. Oh, snow, shoveling. Oh, I have to wear gloves. My car has to warm up. This is so terrible. I can't wait for summer. Okay, it's like 86 out today, so I got an idea. If that's you, you go get your keys, all right? Go out into your car at noon and just open the door and then just sit there. Just have yourself a seat in this wonderful summer weather and just enjoy it. Enjoy having your like dark navy blue Buick pleather roasting your freaking nuts while you're sitting there in your 130-degree car. Almost said dollar there, but I don't know you. Maybe it is. You know what? I got an idea. Maybe I should roll down the window and let some freaking mosquitoes in. Here in Wisconsin, as is the norm, it went from 38 degrees to almost 90 in about 2 to 3 days. And you know what? I've briefly been outside catching Pokemon. Already got like a half tan, half burn, I'd say. Already got pretty dehydrated and partially heat stroked. I got about 3 mosquito bites specifically on my left hand. Nowhere else. Don't know why they were targeting that, but they were. I think when this time of year rolls around, maybe on your calendar or whatever calendar app you use on your phone or whatever, it should just say, oh, first day of summer, welcome to hell. If you still say, oh, it's summer, we can go outside and ride bikes. No, you can't. Okay, no, you can't. Humans cannot survive in this temperature and that sunlight. That is a fact. There is not a damn thing you can do about it. In the winter, you put on a jacket and gloves, unless you're an idiot. So no, summer is the worst. I hate it, and I can't wait for winter. By the way, shout out to my brothers in the Southern Hemisphere. Y'all might be upside down, but at least it's winter down there. Okay, so what did YouTube screw up now? Well, it's been a progression, it's been a theme, so let's just lay out the history first and then I'll tell you where we're at now. First, the homepage. They started removing stuff and adding stuff, and it just, the homepage basically used to be a sub box to an extent, and then they're just like, yeah, okay, you might like this. It's kind of like the suggested ones, but you don't have to watch a video first. So it's like, okay, if that's what you want it to be, I guess. But it was also suppressing things that you have subscribed to. So then, people started subscribing and they realized, okay, why is this video not going into people's sub boxes? And they said, well, we thought maybe, you know, they haven't watched one of yours in a while. Maybe they didn't want to see it. So in other words, watch every single video from every creator that you possibly can. And if you miss a couple, they might just stop showing you them, even though you're still subscribed. And the basis for that was if it wasn't performing well with other people. So basically, if I make a top 10 list of cool card art, ooh, you know, who would dislike that? But then if I make something kind of controversial, it gets like 25% thumbs down. Oh, that's not performing as well. Although they actually don't really use the thumbs up, thumbs down for anything really until it hits like 90%. But, you know, video abandonment, like, you know, the watch time drops below 33%, you know, anything like that, they just won't show it to anybody else in the first place, even though it's your sub box and you're subscribed to the person. So then they kind of fixed that, kind of rolled it back a little bit because people were pissed. Honestly, I don't know if they ever even confirmed that that's what they did, but that is what they did. Then the notification bell, because honestly, like 45% of the people watching my channel watch it on mobile, which is shocking. I wouldn't want to watch anything on some little 4-inch screen. That sounds terrible. What is wrong with you people? Then again, if I was like bored and I was on the bus or something, I mean, I kind of get that. But if you're like sitting at home watching it and you're like 5 feet from a computer and you're still watching on your phone, I do not understand you. But then again, like if your little sister's on there playing Fortnite because she's 11, honestly, just kick her off and go watch my channel. But anyway, notifications are mostly a mobile thing. They have added them to Chrome and Firefox, probably Edge too. But it's always been more of an Android iOS thing. And so it's like, oh, I upload a video, boom, the notifications go out. Well, now they don't sometimes. And this change I do agree with. They found that people will be happier and not turn all notifications off for the entire YouTube app or disable them in their browser if you don't show them every single one. So the more popular, the more like earth-shattering, like, oh look, this was leaked from M19. Boom, like people want to see that. I got triple the views on that video than the normal one because that's like really universally important to Magic players. But like, you know, one of the lower storyline videos, it gets like 2,000-3,000 views. Those are the least viewed series on my entire channel. They'd probably select them and saying, oh, they're just not doing well. It doesn't have a high click-through rate. When we show it on screen, not many people click on it. Let's just not send out the notification because this person doesn't want 50 notifications in a day. They want like 10, and so we're just going to do the top 10. And it makes sense because they said it increased the click rate. Like when you get a notification, you're like, oh, cool, I want to watch that. That looks neat. So them not spamming people with them increase the view rate. I do agree with that change. Here's what I don't agree with, and this is where everybody took issue. Now for my channel, I do all different content. You might not be interested in deck designs, you might not be interested in the story, you might not be interested in like anything that I upload, you know. You might only watch half my content. In fact, I think probably most people do. But that's what my channel's built over, and I didn't want to fracture it by making, oh, nothing but news. Okay, this is MTG News, this is MTG Decks, and just, you know, split it up. It would get a higher like click-through rate and like retention, but there's all kinds of reasons not to do that. So for my channel, I wouldn't even want people getting a notification every time I uploaded because the probability states they probably don't want to watch whatever the notification is telling them about. So I do like the intelligent sorting of that. But, so Nightmare Expo, grade A, under A, oh, the odd ones out especially, you know, something like that, you want to watch every single video. I wouldn't say they're all the same, that kind of has a negative connotation, but they're all good, they're consistent, they're similar, they're, like, you wouldn't only watch half their content, you want to watch all of it. So when they upload, you want to know about it. So you hit subscribe, and then you hit the bell notification thingy so to turn on notifications. Too bad. If YouTube decides that for some reason they think you don't want to watch it, you're not going to see it. You are not going to know that your favorite YouTuber uploaded a video no matter what you do. Although that wasn't quite true, they have been showing, again now as of recently, 100% of the videos in the sub feed in reverse chronological order. Well, not no more. Now they're reordering them, so you might miss something because it might change order by the time you refresh the page. They basically are just taking things they think you'll watch and putting them on top, which, oh, that sounds logical, right? No, the sub box was the last place where you could go to override all this crap, all the suggestions on the right, all the, oh, you might be interested in this, the trending tab, oh, I did or I didn't get the notification. No, it's just, I'm going to go to the sub box and manually look at everything and make sure I didn't miss something. That is 100% of how I personally watch YouTube. So to change the order of it and put just a bunch of clickbait crap that other people are watching and it just stupid people keep clicking on top, what it does is it drives away the smart people from YouTube. And you might think, well, that's a ridiculous jump in logic, but look at other sites. Who the hell is left on Facebook? Have you seen the absolute trash that is left on Facebook? Everybody with an IQ above like 70 basically left that website already. It's just a bunch of like dumbass middle-aged like moms that are just posting political crap and conspiracy theory nuts and your weird uncle. I mean, it's not exactly like the pinnacle of society left on Facebook is what I'm saying. It's literally nothing but like memes, viral videos, and political shit posting that people will hit share. And it's like, oh, well, this post has 5 million views already. Might as well show it to everybody else. But have you noticed? It's garbage. It's all just like designed, engineered crap content. So the people who are into that, the people who keep clicking on this crap and falling for it and taking a damn quiz to find out what flavor of pizza they are, these idiots got stuck in a feedback loop that just like feeds into each other and themselves, and now they're the only ones left. Everybody just got sick of it and bailed. Everybody who's like a good, upstanding community member and doesn't just click on stupid shit, basically. I mean, there's like no other way to phrase it. So have you seen what's popular on YouTube? I mean, the trending tab is not what's popular. I mean, literally, like, if you look for most viewed, period, it's a bunch of just clickbait, BuzzFeed garbage, drama, just like lowbrow, you know, History Channel, aliens built the pyramids level crap. It's just, oh, this celebrity, ooh, shocking, ooh, story. And just normal people would be like, I don't care about that. That is just so stupid and a complete waste of my time. But idiots are like, ooh, how juicy, I'm going to click on that. And so then YouTube, their algorithm, and all the changes they made in like the last 2 years at least are basically under the impression that, oh, look, this video is getting a ton of clicks and people are watching it from start to finish. Everybody must be interested in it. It must be the golden video sent down from heaven to entertain every single one of our users. No, you've got the dumb users and the smart users. The smart users can curate their own damn sub box. They can look at a title and a thumbnail and be like, that looks like something I'd be interested in. Or, oh no, I'm not into, nature documentaries or whatever. Oh, but that, the history of so-and-so, whatever, something. Oh, cool, I can watch that. I don't need YouTube to tell me what's popular because it's going to be influenced by the lowest common denominator. The stupidest people on YouTube are going to be shoving content in my face that I'm too smart for. And honestly, you guys as MTG players, I would say 95% plus of the D&D enthusiasts, the turbo smart, mathy kind of RPG LARP crew, just smart people. I don't want to be rude, but it's smarter people. More mature, intelligent, wise people. They're not falling for this crap. They're just leaving YouTube for something else because at least on Netflix, you can 100% pick what you want to watch. Now, they curate it too, but it's very intelligent. Remember way back, this is going to date me, but the Netflix prize. They had a $1 million giveaway for the person who could make the most accurate AI, 100% unbiased, unassuming system where they took 100,000 movies that people watched and shows, and then 100,000 more that they watched in the future, and your AI program had to predict what they would watch from the first data set, and it had to be 99% accurate to the second data set. So you could provably say that in the real world, for all types of users of all ages, genders, everything, every background, that your AI system could predict what they actually want to watch based on their own actions. That's why Netflix's system is virtually perfect. Now, they have been screwing with it lately to shove, their own content in your face because they feel like they'll be losing money if they wasted all the money and nobody watches it. So they should just stick to watch it if you want, not, oh, we need to recover our money. It's not like I'm paying to specifically watch that. So they are screwing up lately, but YouTube is the polar opposite. It's basically Facebook and BuzzFeed and just Instagram and Twitter and everything else. It's, oh, look at this lowbrow crap that a bunch of morons and little kids and just stupid people and the elderly who all suck at technology and filtering out BS. Look what they all watched. You must like it too. And then if you don't click on it, you're an anomaly. They can't figure you out because the video is doing so well. Why would you not want it in the top of your sub feed? So people are overblowing this a little bit, but if they start screwing with the sub feed and suppressing videos like they did before, they have done this in the past, even though they won't admit it. They did admit it, but they called it a glitch, but we have evidence that they did it on purpose. So I guess that's where I'll leave that. But there will be no more place where you can say, I want to watch Leslie Hall's videos, okay? When Leslie Hall uploads a new music video, it's going to be hilarious. There is a 100% chance that I want to see it. Send me a notification, put it in my sub box. If you feel like it, put it on my homepage. I want to watch this. If they start screwing with the sub box, there is no way to do that. There is no longer a feature. You'll have to get some third-party Firefox extension or Chrome extension. Oh God, I hope none of you are using Edge. And that will manage it for you. It will monitor with push notifications when something is uploaded and just override YouTube's stupidity so that you absolutely do not miss something. And that's where it'll go. I can almost guarantee that extension already exists. There's probably 10 versions of it. Because people were sick of this crap in the past. People were mad. Remember the glitch where it was unsubbing people from channels when it thought that they were no longer interested or when it deemed them a dead account? I got unsubbed from Scarce. I watched every single video he uploaded. I didn't even miss one. And they're like, well, you must not be interested. Boom, unsub. So leave the sub box alone. Just let it be the backup plan where people like me who are smart enough to know that you're suppressing things and just showing, oh, $1 taco versus $100 taco. Ooh, and you're like, oh, $100 taco. I've never seen that. That's interesting. I have to know how it turns out. Was it really better? I can't afford fine dining, so I'm going to live, what is that, the term? Oh yeah, vicariously through this video, and it'll be so interesting. Even though it's BuzzFeed, you should know better at this point. But let's go to BuzzFeed.com right now. Which supporting Marvel character matches your personality? Oh boy. So I just learned Starbucks has strawless lids and my life is changed. Wow, that's not exaggerated in any way. This house is basically a giant board game. I mean, it's like, yeah, cool, I guess, but like, it's still just garbage content. I mean, like, oh, Elon Musk just launched this into space and it might change all of humanity. That's worth watching. On BuzzFeed right now, how many swear words can you name in 1 minute? I mean, it sounds interesting. Even I'm like, oh, I want to try it just to see how good of a score I get. That'd be funny, I guess. But it's just trash. It's clickbait trash. And I don't mean clickbait as in it's misleading. It's garbage. But a certain number of stupid people just keep clicking on it, and it's a feedback loop. And then the only people that are left interested in what's left of the sub box and the notifications are morons. We cannot have that, okay? I am smart enough to manage what I watch. I don't need you telling me what to watch, YouTube. Here's what you should do, okay? Continue throwing up on the homepage similar things. Like where if you watch Nightmare Expo, you might also be interested in, probably Scare Theater. I mean, it's practically the same channel, but it's like different enough. And, you know, I'm glad that they recommended it because I didn't like go out looking for it. I didn't meet them on social media or have a friend suggest it. It's like, no, I did need YouTube to be like, hey, this is like really similar. You might enjoy this. You know, give it a shot. So keep doing that. And if you want to unsub people and suppress things, here is my recommendation, YouTube. See if this makes sense logically to you. People who click on my videos, watch it for 3 seconds, leave a thumb down, and then leave to watch a different video and have done that 50 fucking times in a row, unsub those people. They aren't interested in my content, it would appear. I mean, how much more fucking obvious does it have to get? They're just thumb down trolls who are like, I don't like you because of this reason and I'm an asshole, so this is what I'm gonna do. If their watch time is 5% or less for the last 30 days and all they do is leave thumbs down on almost everything, they're not interested in my channel. Unsub them, hide it, suppress all notifications, and you know what? Just ban them from ever seeing my channel again. I would be fine with you going that far. Why the hell is that not yet a feature? Although I should add, it was suspected that that's why the unsub glitch was happening. It had to do with like watch times and certain densities of thumbs down and stuff. But go all the way with it and make it actually work. I mean, it's so easy to identify these just trolls and haters who are only subscribed to just leave shitpost comments and thumb down, okay? Those people can fuck off. So how about you implement that feature, YouTube? Or maybe make a penalty for like false DMCAs and false copyright claims. Maybe make a penalty for false flagging. Open up these people to legal action, which I mean, they are already open to legal action. It's just impossible to get a fucking subpoena. If somebody flags 3 of my videos and all 3 of them are overturned, maybe disable the flagging button. Maybe ban them from YouTube for watching anything, or maybe just leaving a comment or thumbing up or anything. All they can do is watch for 1 week and tell them, hey, you're clearly an idiot, stop flagging this. In fact, if like all of a sudden one video that nobody has a problem with and has tons of thumbs up gets flagged 500 times by a group of either robots or activist lefty assholes, and then a human reviews it and they're like, there is literally nothing wrong with this at all, ban every single one of those people. Just outright delete their accounts. They are damaging YouTube. They're threatening everybody's well-being and their livelihood. They've managed to shut down entire channels before when the idiots reviewing the flags make a mistake. They've caused people to get strikes for like 3-4 days while things get, reviewed. It's just, these people are toxic. They're a huge problem. They drive creators away, and they do affect the viewers, because if I can't operate my channel, well, that's a problem. And I had a problem with this like around 1.5 to 2 years ago. So they just basically whitelisted my channel. They just said, screw it. We're sick of these false flagging attacks because people hit like 2 or 3 videos in a row. And I was like temporarily unable to upload for like 1 day. And then I just wrote into YouTube support. And I'm like, these are all getting overturned. Can you just do something? Just whitelist my channel. They said, boom, we have whitelisted it. So if you're thinking about trying that shit again, oh, not gonna work, hon. But that was a special case. They don't have any other protections for anybody else. But instead, they're doing every move they possibly can to piss off us creators that made YouTube great. They're like, we're bringing in this Hollywood person and that Hollywood person and this professional comedian and that person. We're going to give them a ton of money, and basically we're now Netflix. We're producing our own content. Yay, that'll get people here. And it will. And maybe if people are like, oh, I don't want user-made content, it's all garbage. Like, have you seen PBS Space Time? It could be on PBS. Their production quality and honestly the staffing, the equipment, and the whole production budget is about on par with what a television show would be. It's the same damn content. People need to get over this, oh, it's a bunch of moron 12-year-olds posting themselves lighting their hair on fire and jumping off the roof. YouTube's garbage. The bigger channels, I mean, like, they have their own team, like their own production team and editors. Like, have you seen High Five Studios? It's insane. It's probably bigger than, like, well, I was going to say CNN, but that's a bit of a stretch. But I guarantee their entire crew is bigger than some cooking shows. And you know what's funny? They get more views too. So if people are like, ooh, Kevin Hart has a thing and it's only on YouTube and YouTube's free. Cool, I'm going to go watch it. And then, oh, look at the suggested. It's a user-made content. Okay. I mean, it's a gateway thing. I kind of get where they're going with that. But I also do feel like, you know, what other people are saying, it's a slap in the face. Where they're just like, well, screw you. You know, they already treat celebrities and like big name companies like NBC completely differently. Late night TV shows, they can get away with anything. They get their own ad sales. They're immune from flagging. They automatically get like DMCAs declined or reviewed before they go through. They have all these protections that every single one of us larger channels should already have. So we're already second-class citizens compared to these assholes, and now, oh, here, we're going to give you a ton of money to come make a show for us. How about you use that money to fix all the shit that's wrong with YouTube that we're all complaining about? How about that instead of giving it to Kevin Hart? So I do agree with that, but I think, you know, with the way Hulu and Netflix is going, it's not a terrible idea, but I also feel deeply insulted. That's why with all this stuff, there's pretty much two sides to it. It's not like they make a change and there's no basis for it, no logic, and they're completely and utterly wrong. In most cases, I see what they were going for. It's just, whoops, there was a little oversight. Nobody told them, okay, what can blow up in our face about this? We're going to make this change, but how could it go wrong? What type of channels wouldn't like this change? What type of channels would this not work for? They're just like, oh, that's a good idea. That'll solve it. Boom, knee-jerk reaction, implement it. Boom. And then they're going a million different directions. There's almost no accountability. It's basically Wizards of the Coast over there. So they just need to focus. They need better management, better, like, mistake prevention people, I guess you would say. And they need to stop implementing things that will piss us off. In fact, what a normal company does is say, hey, we're working on this feature. Here's what it's going to do. What do you think about that? Send out a survey to 1,000, you know, mid to large size YouTubers and just get their opinion in the first place. If people are like, yeah, I mean, here's the pros, here's the cons. You told me the whole background. Do I like it? Do I not? What would I change? Boom. And then, because remember, YouTube is YouTube. We're the people actually on YouTube making the content. You don't really know everything about the best ways to fix YouTube unless you're creating content for it. So maybe get our opinion on something before rolling it out. Instead of rolling it out, everyone gets pissed and then you revise it or roll it back. I mean, that's just basic, like I would say market research is not the real term, but just basic corporate procedure. It's just amazing that they can't even grasp this when they're the biggest media company in the world. And that is true. You separate them from Google's ad network, which is one of the biggest businesses in the world. They're still one of the biggest media companies. They're actually rivaling the view counts and the income of like Walt Disney Corporation. So YouTube ain't no joke, but they're managing it like it's just some experimental try anything. Oh, whatever. If we screw it up, we can always change it. It's not that important kind of thing. Newsflash, if you want to take over all media because TV is dying, you've got to run perfectly. You've got to stop making mistakes. You have to stop pissing people off. You can't pull a MySpace, okay? Everybody hated MySpace. Everybody hated every change they rolled out. They hated them as a company. They hated their privacy policies. They hated everything about MySpace. But who cares? They're blowing up. It's the new phone call. It's the new text message. MySpace is eternal. It's practically a public utility at this point. People can hate it. It doesn't matter. They're not going to leave. They have no other option. And then Facebook came around. They're like, we're better. We don't do this. Boom! Within about a year, MySpace is dead. Everybody jumped ship crazy fast. I mean, AT&T, Time Warner, Comcast are like, people will always use our email. It doesn't matter if we have downtime and whatever and crap for spam filtering and we keep getting hacked. It doesn't matter. If they change away from us, they lose their email and we force them to sign up an email with us. So they're stuck. We're perfect. And then Gmail comes out. And that's the end of anybody in their right mind using an email address from their ISP. So if they're not careful, they could just tip over. I mean, they're losing viewers and losing customers from what I've heard. They've maybe rebounded lately, but at least in 2017, they lost a huge portion of the user base. So what's their knee-jerk reaction? Their overreaction? They're just drastic, oh, fix it. What are we doing wrong? Let's fix it. a bunch of clickbait garbage content. So they drove up the views, they drove up the minutes, but they drove down the quality and they drove away the customers that they actually want, like the non-dumbasses. So this site's either going to devolve into just Moronville, everybody's going to jump ship, and when something better comes around, they're going to jump on it. And that was Twitch until everybody realized that Twitch is run by equally just moronic idiots from, Amazon or whoever owns that. They ban people for no reason. There's no appeal. You could have 1 million subs. They don't care. They'll just terminate your account and just whatever. They don't care. They don't care about anybody. You're not important. Female streamers can literally get away with anything. Male streamers, 1 violation, 1 month ban. False DMCAs everywhere. Everybody's saying you can't stream this, you can't stream that. Bowing to Nintendo's bullshit, which actually I think only YouTube did. I don't know. At this point, they probably both did it. Now everybody's just like, fuck Twitch. I personally would not use Twitch if it was the last fucking website on earth. It's an absolute pile of garbage. It's going nowhere and it's gonna fail. But as soon as a competent company, I'd say like Vimeo, but they were clearly mismanaged. But if like somebody with some backing like Microsoft decided to make a YouTube competitor and they just looked at everything everybody hated and did something else, we're gone. Bye guys, I'm leaving. I'm out of here. I'm going to the new site. That's actually happening right now to Facebook, so don't think it can't happen. Don't think that anybody is too big to fail. So YouTube, get it together. Make real fixes. Check with us before you make a stupid fix. And start considering what might be, going wrong with some of your fixes before you implement them. So that's my YouTube rant for the day. Hopefully you guys found it relevant and interesting. If you didn't, hey, whatever. I mean, like I said, not everybody's interested in every last video I upload. But thanks for watching if you did, and I'll see you guys next video.